Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's Dr. Makeda Kemp.
She's not a doctor. This is Dr. Amanda Kemp and my daughter, Makeda,
Hi.
who's still in the final days. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll tell you about her in a second. But you're at Get Your Chocolate On. We've had some technical difficulties, so we couldn't come to you live today, which is so sad. But nonetheless, we're here right now.
And
so
still feel free to comment as your thoughts pop into your head.
That's true. So, Makeda, as I said earlier, you're not a doctor, but you're almost done with
My very first year of college.
woohoo!
1 year closer to a bachelor's degree.
Yes, 1 year closer. So, do you just really have 1 day left, or?
Today's the final day. I have 800 words due. 1,500 of them are done, so we're in the clear.
Wait, 800 words due, but you did 1,500?
Mm-hmm.
So you did twice what the assignment asked for?
Oh, 1,800, sorry.
Oh.
I know that made me sound like a really good student, huh? No, I'm more of a minimum and then a little more kind of girl.
Oh my gosh. As you might imagine, I hate hearing that.
Yeah.
So today we want to just have a short segment on prayer. Last week we got together, we were talking about gratitude and can gratitude be a fuel for social justice activism? Makeda was talking about anger, how anger is a moving, is that how you said it was an action or a doing?
A doing emotion.
A doing emotion, and so we were kind of in the inquiry, well, is gratitude a doing? Can it propel you, or will it sort of take you out of the movement and make you just want to hang out in the clouds all day? So we won't repeat that discussion, but you need to check it out. But today I thought it would be good to talk about prayer. And the reason why I'm bringing up these things like gratitude, prayer, is because to me, racial justice from the heart requires us to be whole beings, in touch with all of ourselves.
Yeah.
And prayer can be a tool to help you be more effective and to keep you in the movement over the long haul, even when your anger, has subsided. And anger goes up and down, as it should, because if you're always angry, it actually deteriorates you physiologically and emotionally. So with that, Makeda, let's talk about prayer. So tell me, what kinds of prayers do you use? What kind of praying techniques do you like? And have you noticed a change in yourself over time?
Oh yeah, when I was younger, I feel like my prayer was directed from the book "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret." Like that's that's
shout out Judy Blume. I read it too.
And that's sort of the first way I used prayer. I would write God letters when I was younger, and that felt good because it was like, that was my first step to journaling too. It's just like me saying like, hey God, thank you God, me complaining to God, me being like, why God? It's a lot of things, but when you have it all in the letter, there's no rules saying you have to look back at the letter.
True.
But for me actually, I found a letter from 2015 that I had written to God, and
ooh, that's 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you were
time ago. I was like in 8th grade.
13. Ooh.
And it was so weird. Every question that I had asked God for in that letter, and they were some like complex questions. It was existential questions.
Oh.
I had gotten an answer to, and it was just like that was a source of gratitude for me in a sense. But in terms of how my prayer has evolved, now I still write, but I write to myself now more than God. And so when I pray, I'm talking out loud, and it's sort of like it catches me off guard sometimes. Like if I'm just walking with the dog and I get hit by an emotion, I'll just start talking out loud to God, and like that's sort of how I pray. Yeah.
For those of our listeners who know Alice Walker's novel, The Color Purple, it's an epistolary novel, so it means it's a novel written in the form of letters. And I think that the main character, well, there are a couple of main characters, but one of them starts off by writing to God, and she switches to writing to herself. So that's an interesting journey
Yeah.
that we make, you know?
Yeah, it really is.
And then the other thing that you said about having existential questions and you're only 13, you know, I think we underestimate what young people are really thinking about, even though they don't tell us.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll read that letter, at least to you, if not to the
Not to you
audience.
all.
But it's like, I was also very surprised about the things I was interested in, and like the ways I had observed my own behavior at that age. Like, I was calling out some of the things that I had done and apologizing to God and being like, I know this isn't right. I don't know why I keep on doing it. It's just like, you don't always expect that introspection at that age, but yeah, I think kids are very aware.
Yeah. Wow. And so nowadays, you said that you, like when you're walking, you'll just start talking to God.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I want to say two things about what I'm doing right now. And what I do for prayer changes. And sometimes I go back to things, and sometimes, you know, I just find new things to do. And I think that's cool to keep it fresh, to keep it alive for you. Because I have lots of journals. So I've definitely done what Makeda's talking about. But one of the things that I'm doing right now is a structured prayer, and that's a prayer that has already been written by someone else.
Yeah.
But I'm using it in a very specific way for a hardship, for something I'm going through right now that is that takes discipline. It's not going to be resolved in an instant. You know, when you have something that you want to have different, that involves a lot of people, that's like a knot, and it's not just going to be, you know, one thing and it's all clear, then sometimes a structured prayer can be helpful. And what I did yesterday that was really a breakthrough for me is I started to sing the prayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shake it up a little.
Sing your prayers. I know this lady who does work on brains. Her name is Louise something. I just call her Dr. Louise. And she recommends physicalizing your prayer. So you could physicalize it through touching. Just saying, like, you know, may I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be open-hearted. Like, whatever it is. But she recommends...
Just bringing it back to you.
Yes, but she recommends you touch your body.
Yeah.
Or she'll even do, you know, things to cross her head. And so singing is a physical thing. And it's a vibrational thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess
so you could sing when your
Yeah.
questions to God, or
Exactly. Well, I have like these states I get in if I'm like alone for a long period of time, or I'm in nature, where your song will just come to me and I just sing it out, and I sort of see that as like me and my connection to nature and my connection to God, because I really see like creativity is truly a gift that I think comes from a greater source, just because the things it creates it's creation, I guess that makes sense. But seriously, so
Yeah.
like I like singing, but I like singing whatever comes to me, which is sort of like you make up the tune
Yes.
to the prayer.
yes,
But I'm picky. I want the tune to sound nice when I'm singing it.
yes,
So
yes.
I would wait for it to come to me, probably.
Yes. When I was a little girl, I remember singing. When we lived in the projects, I remember singing really loud in the hallway when I would take the garbage out, because
That sounds like you.
because the echo was so good, you know. And you know, and I got a couple of very conflicting messages about my singing. One is it's beautiful, the other is you could stop that now,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, and that can be pretty confusing to your very vulnerable subconscious. But try it out, because when you sing, it's not about other people. It's really,
Yeah, sing alone.
yeah. Or I sang what I was singing, and I recorded it because I really like the melody. And also when you pray and you record yourself praying, you can listen to it like before you go to sleep.
Yeah,
You can give yourself a quick hit when you get in your car,
that's true.
you know.
And at some point, the tune kind of carries the prayer out for you.
Right. If you have the tune, then all of a sudden you have the prayer. Yeah, that's how music is so powerful. So anyway, those are a couple of ideas that we have for you. The last thing I want to say is that If you would like to get your chocolate on with us, go ahead and send us an email to amanda@dramandakemp.com, or you can comment on our Facebook page at Dr. Amanda Kemp. And that's all for today.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye, everybody.